Hey guys, my name is Shay, aka the Salty Stitcher here on YouTube, and this is my 20th video or something, 20, 21st, 19th, I don't know, it doesn't matter, I don't really care. This is a Flosstube. We'll talk about all the normal Flosstube things, but it does seem like this is going to be a slightly short video. This has been a very busy week. It has been a very odd week in a lot of ways, and it's also been a very release heavy week in terms of some of the SALs that I'm involved in. And so this may not be as long as some of my Flosstubes don't tend to get too long, but this is definitely not going to be one of the long ones. I have a couple things to show you, and then I have some haul, and we'll talk about some starts. First things first, there's not really anything new in my stitching or in the, sorry, the puppy is underneath my feet. I'm just making sure he's not trying to eat thread or something. There's not really anything new in terms of how I'm stitching. Part of what made it very difficult for me to get a whole bunch of stuff done this week was I decided to completely redo my office and my bedroom for that matter. So there's a lot of time that I could have been stitching that I was doing 15 other things, namely switching this around, which I'm glad I did. It's much better in here. It feels much better, and I tend to be kind of when it gets stale, I have a hard time being in that space, and this is a space I use for therapy as well. So I'm glad that I did it, but yes, it did get in the way of me stitching a little bit. The other reason why I didn't stitch a lot this week is because of the little puppy that's somewhere in here. He might have left. He doesn't want me to stitch sometimes. I had them all to myself this weekend, or this past week rather, because my family was out of town, and Chewy he kept trying to get in between, he literally would crawl in between me and my fabric while I was stitching. So that's not conducive to stitching. So instead of getting, quite a bit of stitching done per day, which I normally do, I got, a couple hundred tops, right? And so it's just been kind of a hard week. There was also an extra couple days of work there. Then I had a couple of days off. It was just a very weird week. But such is life. It is such is life. So this one might be a short video. But on top of, or as to Flosstubes I've watched, I've just pretty much kept up with most of the Flosstubes I'm already involved in watching. So Cross Stitch the Globe, Crow Stitcher for sure, Jill, Stitch and Books I believe I also caught up with. It's just been kind of a weird week. I'm just kind of weird. It's just weird. Also, I had a tattoo appointment today, so I'm not in the best of I'm not in the most clearest of mind. Not that I'm in super, a huge amount of pain. I'm just kind of tired and fuzzy. But we'll get started, and I'll kind of explain how I'm going to go forward, what my process is going to be, because I have quite a bit of stitching to do. But yeah, we'll go ahead and get started. So I have one finished project. Again, I don't normally do fully finished objects because I'm lazy and I don't really know where I'm going to put things. I just like to finish things, and so when finished, things go in a bag that I have that has other finishes. So the Herbalist SAL is completed. Yay! It's super cute. It's adorable. I finished this pretty much yesterday. I did most of it yesterday, and it was about 3,000 stitches. So it's a hefty amount of stitching. This is on 18 count, I believe. It looks like 18 count. Yeah, 18 count, Ancient. Yes, Ancient by Picture This Plus. And everything is DMC with the exception of this green that you see here. This green right here. Some of these bottles or jars rather are green. Is Weeks Dye Works Moss. But it's completely finished. I was behind. I hadn't had enough time. So what I mean by that is this border, this daisy border, if you want to call it that, this little white flower border, was released last week. Didn't have time to do it. And so I had to do that and the center picture, which is about 3,000 stitches, all in one day for the most part. I had started it, I think, on Thursday night, but I finished it pretty much yesterday, and then I did the back stitching today. But it is completed. I've noticed there's a couple mistakes here and there, but it is what it is, and I'm just not going to deal with it right now. It's just the way it is. That's what happens when I stitch at midnight. That's why I don't. But yes, this is a finish. Yay! Le finish. Le finish. That's not how you say finish in French. I'm almost guaranteeing it. I have 2 SALs that are like not behind but not up to date, right? Is generally how I say it. This is Monster House by Satsuma Street. Oh, I didn't say that. The Herbalist SAL is by WorldOnAStringByDara, and it finished this last week. So it is done, completed. I have a whole bunch of extra fabric that I'll have to use for something else, but WorldOnAStringByDara, I forgot to say that. This is Monster House by Satsuma Street. There's another release. It's this like center area here with like a witch and a vampire, but I really liked it. I'm not gonna lie. This is what. So my family was gone not this past week, but the week before it. They were out on a cruise, and this section alone took me all week, because I swear to God I would do one color and Chewy or Louie, the older dog, would just like be done with me, right? They'd just be done. They didn't want to play games with me. They were like, we're gonna go to bed and you're gonna come with us, because we can't decide to do that. But this section, which I normally could do easily in a day, took me all week. Just because I would do one section or one color, and I would have to stop. I really like these little ghosts. They weren't originally backstitched, but I just used the backstitching color that they used for the faces, just to kind of give them a little bit more shape because the fabric is so dark. This is 32 count linen, I believe, and Haunted by Picture This Plus. Yeah, it's up to date. Well, it's not behind, but it's not up to date, right? So, Monster House by Satsuma Street. I'm hoping I'll get the next little section of this done this weekend, but probably not. It probably won't be until the week. This is The Deadly Aquarium by Lola Crow. Lola Crow cross stitch. And I was behind by a release, so I had to do 2 releases at a time, and which was this entire like outside area here, minus this little seagull. I loved it. It was actually really easy to stitch once I got started stitching. Next is these jellyfish, which I'm really excited about because they look really pretty. So there's like all these jellyfish in this main kind of part of here, right? There's like a jellyfish that goes in this hole. Yep. I liked these little glow or ghost worms, I think is what they were called, something to that effect. I like the little sea anemones. Everything was great. The starfish. I love purple. Purple's my favorite color. This is 32 count, I believe. Weeks Dye Works linen in seafoam. Seafoam, I believe is what it's called. But yeah, that's all of my stitching. I'm telling you, this is going to be a short video. That's pretty much all of my stitching. I'm hoping that I have so much stitching to do, completely honest. Like, I don't even know if it's worth trying to think through it that way. Most likely Deadly Aquarium and most likely Monster House are not going to get done this weekend. I'm going to be starting Plants and Petrichor by Fine Frog Stitching today, as soon as I'm done with this video, pretty much, and have it uploaded and ready to go live tomorrow. I'm going to start that. And then my next plan, I don't know, I have so much. I'm probably just going to try to catch up. Because there's a vampire release, which is about 2,000 stitches or something to that effect. I can actually tell you. Handy dandy notebook. Except it's dead. Let's try this again. It's been one of them days, I swear. It's just any day where I have a tattoo appointment, I'm super busy because I see clients in the morning and then I go do my tattoo appointment and then I come home, and I really meant to do this video on Friday night, but I didn't. I had so little stitching done, I was like, I gotta at least finish this, and so that's what I made myself do. Okay, so things that I have to do this week or in the next little bit. Okay, so there's a Forest Fairy Tale SAL, which is about just less than 800, or just about 800 stitches, I think. Forest Fairy Tale is about every other week in terms of releases, so that one's probably going to be on my list to do soon. It's 1100 stitches, not 11,000. If it was 11,000, I'd quit. 1100 stitches. So I have that. I have a Vampirum oh gosh, it's about 3,000 stitches. My Vampirum SAL release is 3,300 stitches, but that is a monthly release, and so I have a bit of time even to keep caught up. I have Plans on Petrichor, which is 2 releases technically. It's the frames and the first release, which is about 3,000 stitches. So I'm probably going to do that this weekend because I don't want to be too far behind on that. I have another Deadly Aquarium release that is going to be about 500 stitches, which really is pretty quick. I may end up just doing it just so it's done. That's everything in that app. Oh, nope, not that app. Fuck. Here we go. Sorry. Looking for good notes. Okay, so I have the Monster House SAL. I don't know how many stitches that is. I would say it's about the same as the others, which is probably somewhere in the realm of 1,000 stitches. Maybe a tiny bit more. So I have that. I have the new bottle for Wanderer, which is not that many stitches, but it's a lot of back stitching because it is a blackwork SAL. So that one will probably get done soon too because it's pretty small and I can do it pretty quickly usually. That is also a monthly release, so I can get away with doing that next time. I have to catch up on my Steady Thread year-long SAL, and I feel like there's one more. I have a couple new releases of other things that I've bought recently, like Halloween by the Book SAL has released its second, it's technically its first actual release, and then the Mystery Fall Stitch Along is also going, so I'll have to do that one soon as well. Yeah, so we're looking at about 10,000 stitches, probably, if not a bit more than that. So 10,000 stitches that in varying degrees I want to have finished soon. So there we go. That's where I'm at. But it's just been one of those weeks. It really has. Yep. So we'll do some haul. And again, this is going to be a real short video, so we'll kind of go from there. That way I can go ahead and get started stitching because I really do need to. Okay, there we go. So this is from Black Dahlia Fabrics. This is the first time I've ever bought from Black Dahlia Fabrics. I bought this one, Skunkadoodle, and 28 count even weave for the Halloween Village cross stitch SAL by Stay Platinum Stitchery. And then this was a mystery fabric that I bought to go with that. It's a really pretty color, but not a very big section of fabric, so we'll see what I kind of do with it. So yeah. Pretty color though. This one probably my favorite color. Then I have all of this. What I mean by all of this is I mean all of this from Witch's Garden Crafts, which is one of my favorite fabric dyers. I love Witch's Garden Crafts. Most of the time I buy what I need for whatever project I'm doing, and then I buy extras in case, like if I just get excited and I want to buy something. So this is Petrichor 28 count even weave. This is for the Plants and Petrichor SAL, which is, I mean, again, it's like this beautiful deep blue. I'm really excited about that. This is 28 count in Malachite. This is for the Study of Skulls SAL. Again, gorgeous. And then the rest of these were ones that I bought for the sake of having enough of things. Because I like having things, I guess. This is Old Leather. This is a 14 count Ada Old Leather, which is really pretty, like burgundy brown color. Very pretty. This is Spellcraft. This is a 16 count Ada and Spellcraft. This is Antique Daguerreotype. I hope I said that correctly. This is 28 count even weave. I know it's even weave because Kat doesn't do, I believe her name is Kat. Kat doesn't do linen. And then this I believe was, oh, I already showed you this. Oops. It's Copper Ore. It was my fabric of the month last month. So there we go. Those are my fabric hauls. And then I showed you this briefly, and I didn't feel like going back and getting out the floss because it's been packed away pretty much. But this is Heather Peach, 4th of a yard, 32 count linen by Forbidden Fiber Co. This was my fabric of the month from Forbidden Fiber Co. This month, right? So when I talked about the map SAL, which is another part of my plans, my many plans, you know, best laid plans of mice and men. This was one of my other options for that SAL. I went ahead and went with ginger root, which is a bit more of a warm neutral, but I do like it. That's what I got for you. This is the first time I think I've done one of these like floss tubes, and it's been under 30 minutes, which maybe that's something that's your jam this time around, but if it's not, I'm sorry. Next time it will be hopefully more, because I will hopefully have more done. I don't know, it's just been a wild ass 2 weeks, to be completely honest, and it has just been nuts, and I just haven't had time. It happens every once in a while where I just get stuff, you know, piled on top. So hopefully this will be more next time. Hopefully. And yeah, if you have any questions, if you have any thoughts, let me know, and I'll see you next time. Bye.